had multiple major turning points in my training, mostly all within the last 5 years, and they all point to the same direction, and that is effortless power, so doing less but achieving much more. My experience of effortless power has been relying on the body less and relying on the mind and the intent more. It's hard to expand on. Although MMA is a fairly new sport, I believe at the end of the day it's just about fighting. So in that regard, it's not new, it's ancient. And for me, eventually MMA is still gonna evolve, and it will look more and more like how we can imagine perfect fighting to look like. Now everyone's gonna imagine that slightly differently, but for me, it's much more about the art side of it and less about the fighting side of it. So you're gonna become much more efficient. Size is going to be less of a factor. Health is going to become more important, and I think the competitors can perform at higher levels at later stages in their life. So I guess what I'm saying is the key aspects to becoming good at Tai Chi, for example, and the other internal martial arts are exactly what is going to be needed to excel at the sport of MMA. I wouldn't say MMA needs Tai Chi, I just think it's inevitable that the knowledge from the internal martial arts will trickle down into the sport of MMA. I think the saying, you have to learn the rules before you can break the rules, comes into play here. There's certain steps you need to go through and build certain foundations before you can almost find yourself, your own style, and have this sense of freedom and let the creativity come out and the playful side, and that's where the real art lies. Names like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan then don't really inspire me. Bruce Lee slightly more so, because he left behind some records which showed how serious he was about his study and how open-minded he was. But for me, I'm inspired by the stories of the masters, the ancient masters, who could do supernatural feats.